Before I start today's video, I just want to quickly share with you some of the things I bought last night from Max and Spencer. So I got a wood-fired pizza, tastes really good. Pancakes, there's about six of it in it. And then I also had the smoothie, which I tried, but it tastes so much better when it's cold. Grape juice also tastes so much better when it's cold. Then I got shop baked shortbread, very nice. And then what else did I get? I got Chinese style wings and barbecue style wings. Today I'm going to be making a stir fry. Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. So today I'm making stir fry. So I'm continuing with the fast food or ready made. It's not necessarily ready made, but it's almost ready made. So today we're going to be making stir fry and we're going to be using turkey. So let me show you what it is that I'm going to be cooking. Again, it is something that you can make in your house and it takes few minutes to cook, and then once you're done you can relax and eat without spending so much money on takeaway. So let me show you the ingredients that I'm going to be using in today's cooking. So today I need oil, so I'm using sunflower oil, which I'm going to be using to fry my turkey. So this is a turkey thigh, and it's been diced up, so I could buy it exactly already diced up. Then I'm going to also be using this Chinese stir fry. So it's a mixture of vegetables that's already been chopped up, and all I just need to do is use it in cooking. Now this contains, let's see what it contains in it. I need proper lighting. So it has carrots, green cabbage, bean sprout, mixed vegetables, and those vegetables are bamboo shoots and water chestnuts. It's got onion, it's got Chinese leaf, and it's got red pepper. So now I don't have to go chop them up myself or buy them individually. I can just buy them like that. Then I'm also going to be using the stir fry noodle, the protein noodle. It comes in this package. Then I'm also going to be using this stir fry sauce, which is the katsu curry sauce. And to spice it up a little bit, I'm going to be using this beef stock pots. Now in Morrison, if you just get these three, so I'm going to move this out of the way. In Morrison, they're doing an offer where you can buy 1, 2 and 3 for £3. And if you buy them individually on its own, it costs a little bit more, but they're doing an offer where you can buy 1, 2, 3 for £3. Now if you add meat to it, then all of it now becomes £6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, £6, and that is a Morrison offer as of yesterday when I went and bought them. Was going to cook it yesterday, but so we decided to eat something different, so I said, okay, I'm going to move it over to today and I'm going to cook it. It's already late. Can you see how dark it is? It's about 8:08 in the evening, so I'm going to be cooking that. So the only thing that I didn't buy was the oil that I already have and the stock pots. If you have Maggi, you can put Maggi, any stock would do. So the first thing I'm going to do is open this up, rinse this out, put some herbs in it, and then I'm going to start cooking it. So because I need 2 hands to do that, I'm going to pause this camera while I open this and rinse it out. Okay, so let's move on. So what I've done so far is I've opened the turkey, the diced turkey, and rinsed it out. I rinsed it with hot water. Then I opened the noodles. I love using egg noodles or preferable rice noodles. Sometimes I would use Singapore noodles, but today what we're using is this protein noodles. Then I also opened up the vegetables, and what I did was to rinse it in cold water. So rinse that in cold water, rinse the meat in hot water, and then rinse the noodles in hot water. Then I took out one of the stock pots and opened it, so that's what it looks like. Then I've got this, what I'm going to be putting in. So I've got pepper and basil and oregano and mixed herb. So those are going to go into the meat, and then I'm going to stir it. So again, because I'm using one hand, so I'm going to be pausing this to do. Okay, let's try. Make sure I don't spill it. Let's try using one hand to do this. So put some pepper in it, and then covering, and I'm gonna put it away straight away because I don't want to spill it at any point by mistake. So that's that one done. Then I'm gonna put the mixed herb. Try to open it with one hand. Okay, and then pour some of it in here, and close it. So yeah, close now. So I'm gonna put it to the side there. Then the basil I'm going to open again with one hand and pour some in here. Close it. And then the last but not the least, the oregano. So I'm going to open it and then pour some in there and close it. And then I'm going to stir it. So I need a spoon to stir it. But before I do that, I'm going to put a little bit of this oil into the meat, just a small amount. Okay, and then cover it. And I'm going to be very careful because this is not a proper flat surface, so it could tilt. So now I'm going to stir it. Okay, just gently stirring, trying to make sure that all 3 inches of the meat is coated. Now I would have put this stock in here too, but I don't want to waste this stock because some of it would not be stuck on this packaging, so I don't want to lose that. So I'm going to put it instead when I put it in this frying pan. Okay, now remember I did mention that I'm very careful about frying stuff in my kitchen, mostly because I've got that, which is a CO2 carbon monoxide detector. Then I've got another one, a carbon monoxide detector, and then I've got a heat sensor, and I've got another carbon monoxide detector. So because of it, every time something, the alarm just will go off very easily because it's quite sensitive to any heat and smoke. So that is makes cooking stir fry a very interesting thing for me to do in my kitchen. Anyway, so that means that when I'm cooking this, I'm going to cook this on a low heat. I'm going to make sure that it's quite hot because I really need to cook the meat very well. But because the chicken, or the turkey, sorry, has been diced up, so it's going to be easier to cook. So let's cooking. So I'm just going to put this on, take this to the side, and I'm going to turn this on. So it's meant to be this front one, so turn it round, push it in, and then put the flame. So now I want to turn it to medium heat. That's my medium heat. So I'm gonna put this on the fire. Now the thing with this frying pan is that once this frying pan gets very hot, if you look at the middle there, it will suddenly change to let me know that it's very hot. So I'm just putting my hand and I could feel the heat. And then Once that is done, I'm going to now put a little bit of oil into the pan because I'm going to need the oil for frying. So let's put this properly on. Okay, it's getting hotter now, so I'm just going to put a little bit of my oil in here. So that's the oil that I'm going to cook with. Let's close this and then put it away because we're done with the oil. Now try not to use too much oil when I'm cooking. Also, when you're cooking with oil, try not to break the oil down too much. In fact, it's a good idea not to even break it down, because you end up forming what is called aldehyde, and aldehyde has been known to cause cancer or enhance the formation or possibly getting cancer. So that is heating up. I could feel the heat, so I don't want it to be smoking when I'm using this because of my heat sensors and that carbon monoxide. So let's get the turkey, put this in, get the turkey and put this. I'm going to move this very close like that because I'm going to have to use my hand because I don't want to spill water in there. So let's put this in with my hand. That's it. Grab some more, gently put it in, grab some more, put it in. So now I'm going to turn this heat really down because it's splashing now and I don't want that. And that's why I was being very careful, because I don't want all this liquid to go in there, because then it will cause this thing to start splashing too much. Hopefully you can hear me very well. So I put all that meat in. Let's take this to the side and put it away. Rinse my hand with hot water because my hands are quite oily and spicy now. So now let's go cook this meat. Now the meat now I'm cooking it on very low heat. You can see that. So let's do this. Now I should have checked the meat properly, because even though it's been diced, I can see that it's not been diced properly because it's still clumped up a little bit. So when you get your own meat, check it properly and make sure it's properly diced. Okay, so the heat has gone down, so now let's bring it back up again to medium heat. Okay, now let's fry this. Make sure that when you cook it, because this is stir fry, you want to make sure that you cook the meat thoroughly, completely well cooked before you put your noodles and your vegetables. You don't want to be eating raw meat. Okay, so while this is cooking, I really would have loved this to break up a bit more, but let's see if I can get it to break. Okay, it's breaking up a bit, so that's good. Let's go see if it's gonna break up some more for me there. Hopefully it does, because I want my food to be coated in meat and not have the meat clumped up. Okay, let's turn this around. I might need to get this out of the pot and cut it properly, because it's looking like it's not gonna turn for me. Let's turn this around anyway to cook it. So now this is cooking. So what I want to do is now get this spice that I put down here, and I'm gonna pour it in. So, and then how I usually pour it is by turning it around and squeezing it. I should have taken this completely off, but I can't do it now. It'll be too late now. So, and squeeze, this out, and then in one clean swoop it all comes off. That's it, all out, completely out. Yeah, it's all out now. So I'm just gonna chuck it in here and then rest my hand again. I need to learn to not put this too high because I don't want the water splashing everywhere. Okay, that done. So let's go stir it in. Okay. So I see my turkey is cooking. I really need to taste it for spice, but again I'm not able to do that because of the fact that I'm holding the camera with one hand. Okay, so I don't want this meat to go too tough on me. So now would be a very good time for me to put my sauce in. So where is that sauce? That's my sauce. So remember, it's the katsu curry sauce. I've opened it, so let's pour it in. So I know a lot of people will be saying we're making stir fry with curry, but apparently you can, because that's for stir fry. See, stir fry, and there's a curry. So put it back in there and then cook that and let my meat soak up all that lovely flavor from the curry. Okay, leave it to cook, and in the meantime let's see if we can break up this meat that I'm having so much fun trying to break it up. So, and I have to be very careful because I don't want this pot to shift and spill over. So it's not coming up that easily. I might have to just take it out and put it in what you call it, in a plate, and cut it up even smaller. So I'm going to use two hands to do this, so bear with me while this is cooking. I'm just going to take this big lump here and cut it up even smaller. Okay, so I'm back again. I've managed to break it up, and I'm leaving the meat to cook in the sauce and absorb all that flavor from the sauce. And this, I am my son is in the kitchen, and the aroma smells so good. I also tasted it, to make sure that it is I also tasted it to make sure that I have enough spice in it, and it's fine. It doesn't need any salt, so that's great. I've just got my son to taste it again too for me. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to put my noodles. So if you look at there, that's where I cut the meat. Put the meat and cut it. So I'm going to put the noodle in. Then I'm going to in, let it absorb all that flavor. So now that I've coated it, then this will be a good time to put my vegetables in. So let's grab the vegetable that I've rinsed out and pour it all in. It's always better to put the vegetable last because you want your food to have color. When your food has color, that tells you that all the vitamins that you need in your food is still there. And also, that also means that your minerals should be there. I like the food to be crunchy and colorful. So I'm just gonna push it in. Now I would have used my wok, but my wok is quite big. It's really big to cook this small noodles, so that's why I'm using this frying pan. This frying pan, mostly what it is used for is to make pancakes, because it's one of those non-stick frying pans, so you can make your pancakes without oil. So one of these days I'm going to make the pancake and show you how I make pancakes using this frying pan with no oil. Can you see the color of that? That is beautiful. Usually sometimes I get really carried away and I just think, oh, I have too much vegetables, and I go and put more noodles in it. If you looked at the last pasta I did just that. I put more noodles in it, so I ended up with a lot of food. So stir that in. So I want the vegetable and the noodles to absorb all that spice of the katsu curry. The reason I picked the katsu curry is because it had very good review. So I just thought, okay, why not get it and try it and use it to make my stir fry. So all that stirred in, I'm going to turn back all the heat and then cook it on high heat now. Okay, so that's it. In the meantime, I want to go clear up these. So that is going to go there. This needs to be put away. Spice put away. The other spices put away. Okay, so the spices are in. Put this in here. So if I do that, I'm gonna take all of this, put it in here, because this is gonna go in the bin, and then all these are going to be taken out and put in the chute outside. So I need to rinse my hand. I need to rinse my hand a little bit and then go back to the food that I'm cooking, because remember I'm doing a stir fry, so of course gotta stir fry it. So what I want now is, while I'm cooking it on high heat, reason now is number one is stir fry that I'm making, so it has to be cooked on high heat. But right now there's no smoke coming out, so which means my alarm and my heater is not gonna go off. Secondly, I'm cooking on high heat because I want my vegetables and my noodles to absorb this sauce, because you want the food to taste good. This is not going to be cooked too long, so I'm just cooking it for highest 3 to 5 minutes. The reason is because I want my vegetables to still retain all its nutrients, and I also want it to be crunchy when I eat it, or more like al dente. And so that's it. The food is done now. It's all cooked. So I'm just gonna turn this off now and put those off, and there you go. The food is all cooked. So let's see. So can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? Look at all that color. And can you see that? So well cooked, and the food is coated and is not dry. So all that remains now is for me to go and eat it with my boys. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this and you go out and cook your own. Leave me some messages at the bottom and let me know what you thought about the food when you cooked it. This is so nutritious, and all the nutrients from your vegetable and food are still remaining in the food. It doesn't have a huge amount of salt in it, and it's so easy to make. Within minutes you finish cooking it. So thank you for joining me, and take care. Bye bye. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and come back for the next episode of whatever it is that I'm going to cook. I don't even know what it is, but Looking forward to finding out with you. Bye.